So, hi guys, today I'm going to answer all the activities in chapter 9. So, first, I'm going to find activity in chapter 9. So, yeah, the first activity that I find in chapter 9 is in the page 9.1.2.10. So, the activity is entitled Compare TCP and UDP characteristics. So, I'm going to click this one. So the instruction here, it says that drag each characteristic to its TCP or UDP delivery method. So I think this characteristic, which has um, less overhead, fast transmission requirements, no acknowledgement of receipt, guaranteed delivery, order delivery, connectionless sequence message segment, no order delivery, flow control, and session establishment. So for the UDP, it is um, user user datagram protocol, and for it is considered self uh, no a best effort um, transport protocol. And for the TCP, it is connection oriented protocol. To its delivery method, the characteristic of each is, I think for the UDP, it's connectionless and um, less overhead, no acknowledgement of receipt, no order delivery, and session no. It's sequent message segment, I think. It's or no. Oh na. It's fast transmission requirement. So I think for the UDP, it's connectionless, overhead, less a connectionless, less overhead, no acknowledgement of receipt, no order delivery, fast transmission requirements. For the TCP, I think it's TCP for, so I think, yeah, it's the sequence message segment. Unlike the UDP, it's guaranteed delivery. Ano? Yeah. And it's order delivery. It has flow control and session establishment. So let's check if what I put in different is correct. TCP and the UDP. So check. So yeah, it's correct. Now going to find another activity. For another activity, so yeah, the next activity is in page 9217, activity TCP connection and termination process. So let's click here. Oh no, I accidentally clicked that one. So the instruction, drag each descriptor to its appropriate place in the image to illustrate the three-way handshake of TCP establishment session. So I'm going to drag the ACK, SYN, ACK, and S. So three ways handshake of TCP establishment session, send SYN. So if it's the PCA, send SYN. So I think it will receive the SYN too. And for, so that now that it's the PCA send the SYN to PCB. Now PCB receive SYN. So think for SYN to send ACK, think it had this C SYN ACK send to PCA. So I think it send SYN ACK, so it obviously received the SYN and ACK. So I think it's because the PCB sent SYN ACK and it already received by the PCA. Now it can send the ACK to the PCB and it's going to receive. So let's check if it's correct. So yeah, it's correct, and it has figures two, figure two. So in the instruction, drag each descriptor to its appropriate place in the image to illustrate the four-step process of a TCP termination session. So four-step process of TCP termination session. So again, I think I'm going to do what I did on the figure 1. So the PCA said FIN. So of course the PCB will receive the FIN or FIN. And um, the PCB send um, I think going to send ACK and okay. Of course it's going to receive ACK. And for the third one, I think it's now it's the X for the I think it's PIN again or FIN. Again, receive the FIN. For the PCA now, go, again it's going to no now it's going to, unlike the PCB that send the ACK, now the PCA will going to send the ACK to PCB. Think. So let's check if it's correct. So yeah, it's correct. So going to find another activity in chapter 9. So the other activity in chapter 9, let's find. Yeah, for another activity, I think it's the last because in section 9.3 it's the summary. So I think it's the last activity in page 9.2.4.4. Activity entitled TCP, UDP or both. So yeah. Okay. The instruction here says drag the application layer protocol to its transport layer delivery method TCP and UDP or both. So I think here the HTTP, we have here the HTTP, FTP, SMTP, DNS, DFTP, Telnet, DHCP, SNMP, Pro IP, and IPTP. So I'm going to put that if it's TCP, UDP, or both. So for the TCP, I think is HTTP, of course HFTP, and I think it's SMTP, and I think Telnet. For the UDP, I think it's no, I think it's DHCP. TFTP, SNMP, and the OIP. It's correct. Or not? I think no. I think this one is both. They have both. So I'm going. Think they have both SNMP and TNS. So let's check if it's correct. So yeah, it's correct. So it has no figure too. So I think that's all the activities in chapter 9, but let's check if it's yeah. So yeah, that's all for the activity in chapter 9. I hope you understand and learn more about what I this activity that I answer. Hope it can help you to understand how to answer every quest, every activity in this chapter. So thank you guys for watching.